Hey, welcome back to my channel. So a few weeks ago I made a video about how dumb some book covers are. I know I'm not in the same place that I normally am, by the way, so sorry about that, but look at this nice armchair. Just observe how delightful this is. So what I have for you today are 7 new really terrible book covers that I recently found. So feast your eyes and enjoy, or be horrified, whatever suits your fancy. So number 1, we're gonna go from less commonly known books to more commonly known books. These are not all classics, so just, you've been warned. The first one is called God's Little Acre by Erskine Caldwell. Just get a good close-up of that. Look at this horrifying old man holding back all of these coquettish women. Look at his hand as he's like, no, come no closer. This is my bevy right here. I don't know what's happening or who these people are, but I don't want to know anymore. They seem both alluring and scared of what's happening to them. So this is my first book. Erskine Caldwell. If you want to check it out, feel free, but I certainly am not going to read this one. Number 2. It's called Getting Rich by Monique Domovitch. It's a chef laundry mystery. I misread that as chef laundry mystery the first time. You know, like 2 jobs, but apparently it's just 1. Now this looks sort of like a murder note, like a serial stalker sort of thing. Like, this head does not belong to this body, I'm pretty sure. These hands, look at that. They're like puppet hands or something attached to this chef person. And she seems to be horrified by something over here. Her eyeline is going in this direction, but if you notice, this window is broken and there's a mysterious man walking by, so she should probably be looking in that direction. So many things wrong with this, I have a hard time knowing where to begin. Another book I probably will not be reading, but I might give in. You never know. So, Getting Rich, a chef laundry mystery by Monique Domovitch. The mystery is right on the cover. Why? Okay. Number 3. This is from the Swords of. Wait, hang on. The Swords of Haven, book 3, is The Swords of Haven, The Adventures of Hawk and Fisher. This is actually 3 books in 1. I'm not sure what they're about, but according to the back it says they're lovers, they're partners, they're cops. At first I thought it was 2 guys, but then upon reading further, it's actually, this is a woman, and that's a guy with an eye patch, just all BA like that. She's looking off into the middle distance. So that one I might actually read. If anybody is a fan of Mystery Science Theater, just check out that. Look at that. It's the New York Times best-selling author. That just makes me sad. Of the Deathstalker series. Deathstalker. If you have not seen Deathstalker 3, Warriors from Hell, Mystery Science Theater, if you have this kind of sense of humor that can actually appreciate these things, look it up. You will not well, you might regret it, but you probably will not, because it's hilarious. So, book 3. Okay, now we're getting into the more commonly known books by more famous people. If you guys know Ray Bradbury, you know that he has really beautiful prose. He wrote a book called Dandelion Wine, which is about this boy growing up, I think it's in the 1920s, maybe it's a little bit earlier than that, but it's this really charming book about a boy growing up in small-town America, and there are a few adventures and bumps along the road, but it's just warm streets and ice cream, and it's really beautiful. It's not a horror movie, as this book would seem to suggest. I mean, is he drunk on dandelion wine, and this is some sort of dream that he's having in his drunken stupor? I hope not. That would be sad, but in any case, this is the most terrible cover I've seen for it. By a lot. Honestly, that boy looks really scary. Just get a nice close-up of that. Okay. That's enough of that creepiness. Seems like he's coming through the mist at me. So that's another pass. Okay, next one. We have Beowulf, the legendary hero who takes down Grendel and Grendel's mom and the dragon. He is an active guy. He's going to come in and save the day. He literally sails in to save Hrothgar at the beginning of the story. But on this cover, he's just chilling. Look at that. It took me a while to even figure out where's Beowulf, and he's right there. See, he's sitting up. He's asleep, maybe, or something. I'm pretty sure that that's not how dead people were arranged. Seems like kind of an odd way to be like holding your sword too. Is it like is it leaning against him or what? So I can only conclude that he is sleeping on a sort of mound that he made for himself. Maybe the shields of the people who were killed by Grendel. Because there is that one guy. Remember that one guy in the beginning of Beowulf that he just sort of lets die? Grendel eats him and then he's like, now I'll attack. Maybe it's his shield, I'm not sure. Okay, you ready for the last two? The last two are actually the same book, different covers. Shakespeare is notorious for having covers that are terrible. It's not his fault, because he actually didn't even intend to publish his own stuff. It was people who published it for him, and ever since, people have been drawing horrific drawings to depict the magnificent creations he has come up with. So the runner-up for the worst Macbeth cover is this. This is Lady Macbeth, I finally figured out. I thought it was a witch at first because she looks extremely witchy, but she's holding a light, which Lady Macbeth does in an act, I think it's the beginning of Act 5. But her fingers, I would be looking at my fingers the same way because that is not how an ordinary finger should be moving. I know she's sleepwalking and everything, but there's a lot wrong with this picture, so just take a nice look at that. Okay, feast your eyes. Why is she green? Like, the other people have normal skin colors, but she's sort of a bluish, like halfway to an Avatar sort of character thing. Okay, you ready for my number one, my top pick? I thought so. This is another Macbeth. Brace yourself, okay? I don't know what else to say. So here is the final one. At first I thought, oh, that's not too bad. I mean, those are some pretty ugly witches. And then I thought, oh my gosh, what the heck? He's literally not wearing any pants. He also seems to be made of marble, which is more like, maybe that helps. He's like a statue of Macbeth or something, but I don't think so. I think he's legitimately not wearing any pants in this. No wonder they're pointing and going, because even the witches are thinking, we are women with beards and we still think this is a freak show. Huh, there's another person back there, I just realized. Maybe it's Banquo? Is that a satellite in his hand? I don't know, but this one definitely takes the cake. I'll be keeping this one because I have to. There's just no way around it. So this is my favorite because it is the worst. So hopefully you enjoyed these 7 new really bad book covers. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already. I post new videos on Mondays. All right, I will see you then.